Morning, everybody. How we doing? It is Tuesday, the 9th of September. I know that because we have the Apple event later today, so be interesting to see what is revealed at that event. Looking here on the NQ, I'm going to break down yesterday's trades and fairly straightforward. As I said on the morning trade plan yesterday, we were in the traditional that traded on Friday and we gapped up and completed on the overnight those completions into the 62. That is pretty much where we spent the majority of the first couple hours of yesterday's open session, and then came all the way back down into those highs and traded a Semanka new high. You came down to the 50, never broke the 62. You can kind of see that here. So you can see never broke those extensions. And inside that, we traded what was a halfway back on the overnight session. And that has also completed targets at this negative 62. So you're kind of seeing a theme here that once you complete that 62, you can see both occasions completing that 62 set up the reversal to trade back up into those longs. So that was the first one yesterday. And I think we did go, in fact, was it a negative? Was it a 62? Yeah, in fact, this is a triple completion. So you can see traditional on Friday on the 2 o'clock open, close to the 2 o'clock open, traded that negative 62 blue line here. That then set up the next extension, which ended up trading the 62, which then set up the second extension, which is here. That traded the halfway back and again went all the way to, inside that, that's when we traded that halfway back. So that hasn't yet completed. That is our high time frame target, which obviously will be 23,940. So probably won't get traded today. And what we did do is traded a micro halfway back, and you can see that has also gone to its 62. So I drew the short this morning, which we pretty much just traded that short. That was waiting to see if we could actually get above 857s. The fact we haven't, this short most likely trades that 62, which is down there at 767s is what I'm looking for. And then that will put us into a deeper pullback. In fact, if I just take that, yeah, that's going to pretty much put us at that 50 again. So just to take the indicators off for a second, just so you can see just from fibs. So your traditional completes, trades a high to high, completes. And if we can complete this short on the overnight session, it'll probably put us back down to the support here at that 50, which is kind of what I want to see on the open. And then if we are opening inside value in terms of my trend lines, I will probably place a long. I just want to be careful because on the 2-day, I think we are still red on the NQ and the ES. So I don't really want to be marrying long positions too much until we kind of at least flip green on the 2-day, just to show us, because we've been red for a while. So it's going to be, I think, much easier to wait for that to turn green on the 2-day. I know we are green on the daily, but that can change, right? We still haven't gone anywhere. I'm just going to reiterate this. We still haven't gone anywhere since the actual Trump completion and that first high to high. We're still in the same range that we were pretty much in July, end of July. We've done nothing. So I'm not going to change my tune in terms of bullishness until we get outside of this range. And that will be confirmed once that 2-day turns green. So we are pretty much flat on the day. I imagine if this short is going to stay below 660s, then we are going to trade that 62. That has been the theme this whole week. Again, just to reiterate, 62 completion, high to high, 62 completion. You traded inside all of this, a 62 completion, and I would not be surprised if the short then trades a 62 completion. So nothing for me just yet. Took some trades on the overnight session on some of these longs, and just going to wait till the open just to see what we get. But on the higher time frame, on the hourly, you can see, if I just turn this off for a second, if I use, yeah, so you can see here, there we go. Yeah, so you can see on the hourly time frame, we have had green diamond printed on Sunday, which gave the move into Monday. And again, we had that on yesterday's overnight session. So I will be expecting this full same Anchor new high, either the 38 or the 52 be support levels. Yeah, you've got support down here at, call it 23,500s, which is obviously way below ETH low of day. I'm just trying to think in terms of, it's hard to know without the open being open just yet. So I'm just going to try and see what I would, if I was going to go long. I'm trying to see if a full weekly a full weekly same Anchor new high could be doable. Maybe. I'm going to set an alert at 741. I don't think we get it, but if we do, I would like to potentially hold some micros on that level. But I'm going to be paying attention to where we've just come down to, which is we are ATR reversing up out of that level. So this could be the support on that 38 803s. Coincidentally, this was the same level yesterday, 803s, that I mentioned as support when we were trading down here. So exactly the same level as yesterday. I actually did draw a box. I don't know where exactly that box was now, but I did draw a box around this area here, which pretty much we were in that same level. So we haven't really done anything on the overnight session. Let's go back to the half an hour time frame for a second. Yeah, I think we could potentially trade at either now or close to the open a green diamond, which if we do, I would imagine this 38 is going to be the support that probably send us into 940s and 980s. So if that's going to be the case, I'm probably going to be able to get a trade in or around these highs for about 100 to 130 points. So I'll see how we open at the 9:30 open, and I think we may see a green diamond on the half an hour or the hourly. And if we do, I would then say this same Anchor new high from the high to high from Friday is valid, and that's how I'm going to classify that as being valid, as opposed to just going long here. Yeah, we are ATRing out of that. That is an ATR reversal out of that 2 times ATR down. So be interesting if we can hold this. If we can, most likely going to test back up into 880s, which is 50 points from where we are, and then potentially into last week's high, which is around 900s. That is all I've got for this morning. I won't be looking at any shorts until we start trading again. As I said yesterday, below a previous day lows. We are still trading. At the moment, we are still inside range. So until we take out what would be either yesterday's low or Friday's low, then the trend remains intact and to the upside. Everyone on YouTube, I will catch you all tomorrow. Everyone on Whoop, I will jump over to there now and start streaming.